All right, this recording is going to be used by, our entire team. So I just want to go ahead and say who I am. I'm Lauren Duke, and Thrive is mine. Huh. No, it's ours. But I started it 3 years ago when I became a coach, and we started growing. So I love this team. It's a family, and I don't ever want to feel like you don't know who I am. So hi, this is how I usually look. That glam shot you see, that's only for elite headshots, and that's like not the norm. So this is the norm. Okay. I wanted to share with all my new coaches and all of the new coaches on the team just kind of what we should be doing to get started and not feel overwhelmed. So I might use one of the coaches on this call as a little example now. But when you guys became a coach, you had like this passion. You had this excitement. There was something that drew you to this opportunity. And maybe it was the person with whom you connected. Maybe it was the mission. It was the fitness aspect. It was something inside of you, that you needed to hone in on, something you needed to do to work on yourself. You just love people. Whatever it is, I want you guys to hold on to that. If that's something you need to put on a Post-it note so that you look at it every day to remind you why you started. Please do that. Because when life happens, kids get sick, bills need to be paid, you have a delivery coming and you have no idea when they're coming today, and they don't have the gate code to your neighborhood, and it starts to snowball, and you can very quickly forget your joy. And so I just want you guys to remember that joy. And I need to do that too. Here I am preaching to the choir. I need to write that down, why I love doing what I do. And I need to wake up every day and kind of focus on that, because that will be the driving force. I just was talking to my dad, and we were talking about, what they wanted to do today. He was showing me this camping ground that's really close, and he knows the guy that owns it. And I was just like, I gotta work out. And he was like, okay. And I was just like, I have to take care of me. I have to make sure that I don't let the wonderful things of life, like having that conversation with my dad and seeing that it can snowball. And if I just don't take that 30 minutes, everything else for me is like trashed, because I didn't work out. So I'm going to be a horrible mom. Sorry, it's just the truth. And I'm going to be a grouchy wife. And I'm going to this is the first thing I've eaten today. It's 12. I'm off today. And I'll be the first to admit to you, I am off. I should have had 3 meals by now. So when you let life, which I did today, I had my quiet time, but then I let life take over, and it dragged me through the mud. And I'm fighting now to get it back. So what lesson did I learn? Make sure that you prioritize and you keep balance. I want to tell all your new coaches, focus on your why, first of all. Have that in your face. Remember your joy. And then number 2, find balance. Everyone is going to be different. You can't come to me or to your coach and say, okay, teach me how to do this. Whoa, we have to look at your life. We have to look at the things that are unique to you. Do you have kids? Do you homeschool? Do you have activities? Do you take care of somebody else's children, et cetera, et cetera? What are the things in your life that you have to do? You have practices. You have dinner prep. You have grocery shopping, all of that. After you look at that part of your life, let's look at where the holes are. How many hours do you have that you could give to Beachbody, that you could give to growing your business? Focus on those. It can get really exciting and really quickly get really exciting when somebody messages you back and you're so stoked to have that conversation with them, and you're just like, wait, mommy's busy. Wait, mommy's busy. Wait, I can't do it right now. And you've missed that opportunity. And again, preaching to the choir, I digress. When I became a coach, 200% was focused on this business, and everything else slid. And my family kind of let me. They knew I was excited. They knew I was passionate. They knew I was driven. They could see I was just so filled up by doing this, but I messed up with them. And I had to fight to get that back. My kids even said, you're always on your phone. You're always on your computer. Ouch. Like, that hurt, but it was true. And to hear them say it was just like, okay, something has to change. So I don't want you guys to start out that way. I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes that I did and then have to backpedal and fix it, because I feel like I'm in the fixing stages right now. So I'm working on balance. But if we focus on that from the beginning, find your balance. And then when you have those Beachbody hours, you pour into your business and then let people know, hey, you can message me between, or it can message you whenever, but let them know I'm only checking my messages at this time of day. Then they don't expect you to get back to them like immediately. What's wrong? Why didn't she message me back? Just say, hey, I'm excited to chat with you. I'm going to check my messages tonight after my kids go to bed. That can take 5 seconds. And you know what? That can be a copied response on your phone. You can go ahead and in the notes section of your phone, on your computer, make a file of short responses. You know, kind of like when you message someone an out of office reply, just say, copy paste, hey, I'm excited to talk to you, and I will talk to you after my kids go to bed, and we will talk about your goals. Done. Then they expect you to get back to them that evening, and then it's up to you to follow through with that. So that is another really important thing that I want all my new coaches to think about. Now, third, we've talked about your why you do this, your joy. We've talked about the balance. Now I have to talk about your responsibility, okay? I was at a conference last week called Leadership, and I happened to be wearing the jacket. Oh, look at that. It was the first one that came out of the wash. It was clean. I grabbed it. It's an opportunity to grow your business, to grow as a leader, to grow as a mentor, but I had to get to a certain point in this business to be invited to go. It didn't happen overnight, and success doesn't happen overnight. It is a progressive thing. So don't compare your business, your goals, your pace, your whatever to anybody else, because your time you can devote is going to be different than the person who doesn't have kids. Your time you can devote and energy you can give and maybe money you can give to marketing is going to be different than somebody else who has 3 incomes and you have this one. So remember and do your best with what you have. But don't for 1 second compare yourself to somebody else or think that everybody else is doing so much better, because you don't know the backstory. Or something that someone shared with me over a year ago that says, don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 12, because you don't know how long they've been in the business, how many invites they've how many invites they've given, how many no's they've received, how many seeds they've planted. You don't know any of that. All you see is the happy. People don't want to share their all over social media, but perhaps we need to every once in a while to show that life happens. Real life happens, and it's not all rainbows and unicorns and puppies with butterflies. I don't know. I was trying to think of something cute. It can be dirty and mucky, and it can be ugly. But the thing is, then you go back to the Post-it note. See how I went for a slow word that? Did you like how I did that? You look at the Post-it note, your joy. When one person comes back to you and says, thank you, it makes that junky 5 seconds you had the day before when you're trying to figure something else so worth it. So I had to learn that the hard way, like so many no's and so many crickets, non-responses at all. And I really took it personally. I mean, I was like, they hate me. Oh my gosh, they don't like me. And I'm very sensitive. I've had to develop some thicker skin. And along the way, I've had personal development. But one book that really helped me was called Go for No. It was just a whole different concept. And that is your welcome email. I listed a couple of resources, personal development. That was a huge, quick read. It was just like mind blown. You want to go for the no's. You don't want to stop at the 2 yeses you got. You want to stop at the 50 no's you got, because that's 50 invitations you just made. What if the first 2 people said yes and you're like, sweet, I'm done for the day. Done. So you've really put like shackles on yourself. You've planted yourself on those 2 yeses, and you haven't allowed yourself to even explore what about the 3rd and the 4th and the 5th and the 6th person. Go for those no's and eat them up daily and be like, thanks, I'm really excited to hear back from you. I'll be here when you're ready. You know, flip it. Don't be like, oh, wah, wah, that sucked. You know, say that's great. Thanks for getting back to me. My challenge group starts next week. I have a lot of people to talk to who are really excited about this. When you're ready, I'll be here with my awesome results. Oh, you don't have to say that part, but I mean, you could throw it in. Just be like, no, I'm just kidding. But maybe, I don't know. Okay, I could really go back and forth with that all day. So you know, we've talked about our why. We talked about, what was the second thing? Anyone? I don't have notes in front of me. Balance, right? That thing I don't have. Okay, so that's why I keep forgetting it. And then we talked about, what's number 3? You're muted, Val, and I am not a lip reader.
It's because I had like that noise, but just don't compare your stories.
It's gone.
Don't compare. Oh, it is? Okay,
the
good.
noise is gone.
Okay.
So number 3?
Don't compare.
Don't compare. Yeah. It's that horrible, horrible analysis, paralysis, comparison, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff that can really cause you to go, well, why should I even try? Mm-hmm. You know? Somebody else is just going to be doing it better than me. Well, somebody else isn't you. So that's how you have to look at it. People are going to be attracted to you because of you and not because of anybody else. But what I wanted to get to, because typically this call isn't a very long call. It's kind of checking in if you guys have questions, you know. There is a template. There's a little form I want to show you really quickly, and then I want to get to the meat of it because I have some notes from a speaker I listened to. This is something that our team does periodically, and I know that you probably can't see it. It's 100 no's. All these bubbles represent a name. You can make it cute. You can make it fun. This is great. Make like 10 of these. That's 1,000 people. Okay? So, and start putting names in there. Those are your no's. And just, I mean, you can do a whole row in one day and be like, yes. You could go with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In 10 days, you could be done with this if you did 10 invites a day, right? Done. Then it's not like you stop and you go, no, you follow up with those people. You check in with them. If they respond to you, write their name down. I have my notebook right here just to show you that, you know, you can do this as an old antiquated lady. It is, Cammy's showing me her binder. I like paper. I like pretty pens. I'm a nerd. I embrace it. We're all nerds. Okay, so I have names like this, and I highlight them. You know, when we're talking, I put little notes out to the side. I have when I contacted them, the date. And it just keeps going, but there are 3 different sections in this notebook. So the second section is, the first one was challenge groups. This is contact list. Oh, it's the same notebook. What's so weird? Great minds. And then coaches interested in signing up. We have a sneak peek next week. So I've been inviting to this thing since last week, talking about what is coaching. If you're interested, contact me. I'll get you into this free sneak peek that our team does. So on Sunday night, I post the link, you guys add, and every day we're doing a video sharing what coaching is. That is such an easy way for new coaches to share the coaching opportunity and to see kind of the things that you should hit on in a non-pushy, non-stressful way. It's fun. It allows people to interact. It's silly. You know, they get to see my sweaty mug. And I'm just being real. And I'm just saying this is what coaching is, you know, and sharing the fun stuff and the silly stuff and the compensation, the business stuff. But you get to see like a real coach dealing with real stuff, putting the kids on the bus, getting them to school, dealing with practices, and showing how Beachbody fits into life. Because a lot of people don't see that part. They just see the happy on Facebook or Instagram, and they don't understand how it's supposed to fit into your life, how it's supposed to enhance your life and help you. And so it's fun to do that. But it's always the 3rd week of the month. It's on our coach calendar. So if you go to Team Thrive, please visit that page. It is where I post all announcements. People share inspiration. We recognize people. We have a files tab at the top, and in there is a ton of information resources. But the tab that people don't use as much, there's a search field on the top right. It says search. Type that, and you'll see every conversation about diabetes and Shakeology, about pregnancy and Shakeology, about, I need a comparison of these two companies. I need testimonials, whatever. You'll see all of the conversations that have happened on that page since its beginning. So that's where I go to look. And when people have a question, I search and then I tag people. I put their name down so they can go, oh, because it pops it right back up to the top. So that's something that new coaches might not know. You have every resource at your fingertips. And what someone said was, you know, I'm not your boss. I'm your coach and I'm your mentor perhaps, but I don't have all the answers and I'm flawed and I'm human and I'm okay with that now. Can't be perfect. This is your opportunity to do with what you will. What you do with it's up to you. Your success is not dependent on somebody else. I can surely tell you that, because it doesn't matter where you're placed. It doesn't matter who invests in you. It matters, did you reach out and ask questions? Did you reach up, left, right, below, wherever? If you see someone doing something that you like, ask them how they did it. I asked a ton of questions and I was like, well, all I can do is ask. I don't know how she did that woo-foo form to do a form for her challenge group. Please tell me. And they were like, oh yeah, done. Oh, this is amazing. Google Forms, Google Docs, makes you look more professional. I asked a coach on a completely other team because I was like, that looks amazing. I'm sure it's really hard. And she was like, no, screenshot, done. I was like, oh, mind blown. Changed completely the way I looked at reaching out and having people contact me, because it was so personal. It's straight to my email. Makes me able to find it more easily. Not more easily. Oh my gosh, I was a literature teacher. Somebody just rolled over in their grave. So last week we were able to hear from a really cool speaker, and I could tell you all of her credentials, but I'll get them completely wrong. And yes, I'm working on 2 computers now like a super nerd. Right here, I took notes. So her name was Susan OMalley. She was the first woman to ever be a general manager for a sports franchise. So she's kind of a, accomplished lady. Irish, Catholic, spitfire, about this big around, hilarious. And she gave her top 7 tips. This is from somebody who has really worked hard, and it was talking about the things to make you successful. So this is her view, but I wanted to share them with you guys because I liked the way she put that spin on it. She said, show up every day and make your bed. Make your bed every day. And I was like, okay, this is not going to be a good talk at all. No. I gave her some grace. Wake up every day and at least make your bed. Do that one step so that you're not constantly walking and have unfinished things throughout your day. Number 2, kind of what we talked about a minute ago, make your plan and then work your plan. 2 separate steps. So if I show up every day and I have this to-do list and I never, ever, ever do anything on it, what was the point? Right? Make your plan, work your plan. Whatever your plan is, you can work with your coach to figure that out. What is it you want to get out of Beachbody? Do you just want to help people? Okay, that's very sweet and Pollyanna-ish, but if you do that, you're not going to focus on the business part of it, which is something I had to get over in my mind. It's not just helping people. It is a very real business, and it has deep potential, and it's a real thing that really changes people's lives. And when you think about how much weight that carries, and you see the people on your team, and you know that helping them could literally change their family situation. It could change their future forever. It's a huge deal. And so I hope nobody takes it lightly. I don't take it lightly. And I want, everyone on the team to just kind of see that it's very fulfilling to help and build others up, which is something that's very important to me, but it's a real business. So make your plan and work your plan. Okay, number 3, outwork everybody. Okay? Doesn't matter who you are playing today, you work harder every day. And of course, she's coming to us from a sports aspect. It was basketball. was her sport, so she's in the locker room with like 7-foot people and all this stuff. And so she was talking about how her team had given up. Here they were in the playoffs, and I can't remember, they were the DC Magic that turned into the Bullets, or the Bullets turned into Magic. I can't remember. See, I don't do basketball. It's not my thing. We just go with basketball. They'd given up. They were like, why even try? We are gonna lose. Everyone says we're gonna lose. Everyone says we're gonna fail. Can you hear that in your business too? You start doing this coaching thing, and you get those negative voices from the people closest to you, people who don't even know you. Ugh, you did that. Ugh, isn't that a pyramid scheme? What are you selling? What are you going to come to me and try to push something on me? Seriously, I've heard it all, and I just go, no. I'm just here because it's something I'm truly passionate about, and I got to see the life-changing results. So you have to come up and flip it on people who are going to want to bring you down to their level just because they have no joy. And you can't let that, I did a post about that this morning. If you let that into your head, it sits there, and it's like a disease. It's horrible. So outwork everybody. It doesn't matter who you're playing today. You work hard every day. Not comparing yourself to other people, just knowing that you gave it your all. And the story finished with one guy, his name was Moses. They said, are you okay with that? We're just going to go out and we're going to finish the game. Isn't that funny? Biblical reference right there, Moses. Moses goes, no, that's not okay. And he stood up, and they were like, Moses, do you have something to say? And he goes, yeah, that's not okay. And it got the whole locker room riled up, and they're like, that's right. And they went on to win that game, the next game, the next game. It takes one person to flip that attitude and say, that's not what we're going to do. We are not going to sit here and we are not going to wallow. We're not going to focus on the negative. We're going to focus on that next person we need to reach, that next conversation we're going to have. So what that person said, so excited, and then they fell off the face of the earth, and they've now blocked you from Facebook, whatever. So what? There are other people waiting to hear from you. If they want to change, they will come around in their own time, in their own way. They'll come to you, but you did your part. Okay, so that's what I want to make sure we understand is don't let the no's bring you down. Just see them as seeds that you're planting and keep working every day. Number 4, set expectations. When you're a team leader, your team cannot read your mind. Now, I've made this mistake. When I wanted our team to go for top 10, I didn't let anybody know because I was scared. I didn't know what it meant. But my team was working on their own, for their own goals. And it started growing, it started building. And finally, I said, I think we should go for top 10. And they go, well, finally, that's what we've been doing. I didn't voice it to them. I didn't participate. They were already working. How much more fun would it have been if we'd all worked for the same goal the entire time? And that's just one thing. If you want your team to shoot for going to leadership together, going to the new coach conference, going to summit, all as diamonds, together, whatever that is. If you want to set a goal of, I want 10 people in my next challenge group, do it together and set that expectation for them. We're going to finish this training together. We're going to read this book together. Issue that challenge, and those who are ready to step up will. Those who aren't, won't. But you can't drag someone along with you. Trust me, I've tried. It doesn't work. It's annoying. They don't want it like you do. So you keep growing, and when they're ready, they'll come up to meet you. They'll join you if they want to. And if they don't, they'll be left behind. Maybe it's not their thing. But set expectations. Number 5, when you mess up, make it right. It doesn't matter how far you have to go to fix it, do it. I've messed up a lot. I had to humble myself and go back to people and ask, what did I do? How can I be better? Please tell me. It won't hurt my feelings. I need to learn. I need to understand, because in my mind, I saw it this way, but I want to see how you saw it. It's hard as a leader. And if you're planning to lead people, you've got to understand you're not going to get it all right. Because this was my first time to lead anything. I mean, I led like games at camp. I mean, how hard is that to screw up, you know? But I never led a team where it really mattered, where it had like impacts on your life. So I look to other people and kind of, ask questions. How do you lead? How do you do this? And I kind of gleaned from other people, well, maybe it wasn't the best for our team. And I had to learn, I need to do what's best for our team. I need to pull the readers, I said, pull the coaches and say, what is it you guys need from me? What is it we can do to become better together? Make sure that you reach down and allow people to reach up and have that, open conversation with people. But also, I'll give a little caveat to that. Invite people to participate, but don't invite them to have you do everything for them. Because I made myself available 24/7, day or night, doesn't matter what time, and it just about killed me. And I finally had to put my phone down and walk away, because if you give people an open door, they will walk through it. So that goes back to balance. That's part of that. You can lead and you can, let people know you're available, but you've also got to set boundaries to protect yourself and your family, but also because you're not helping anybody if you do it all for them. You can give them the tools. You can lead a horse to water. You can't make them drink, that kind of thing. So that's the same thing in your business, your challengers. I mean, seriously, a challenge pack, if you just open it and read it, kind of like tells you, right? But then people go, okay, I'm ready. And you're just like, that's great. So can I have some meal plans? Can I call you and we can talk about it? And I'm like, okay. Did you open the box? No. Wow. Step one, open the box, And so it's like coaching in a box. You give someone all the tools. All they have to do is open it. You can't, and I told Val this the other day, you can't give a coach passion. You can't give them drive. You can't teach that. You have to just remind them you have this. If you focus on relationships and you focus on people, you focus on the conversations, that's the most important thing. Keep that, because when you forget that part, you've lost the heart of this business. You've lost the heart of coaching. And you are just pushing a product and selling something. And that's not what we want. So everyone says, I don't want to sell anything. Well, then you got to have the conversations. You got to show up and have those relationships. Oh, my thing went away. Okay, good. And I can really get going. This number 6 goes along with number 5. So if you mess up, fix it. Number 6, do the right thing even if you're the only one who knows. And that's kind of hard, because people will criticize you because they think they know what's going on, but behind closed doors, you've done the right thing. They might see one thing and be upset with you for the perception, but behind closed doors, if you're taking care of your people, if you're showing up, if you're doing exactly what you tell your team you're going to do, if you're doing your challenge groups, great. You have to own it. Own your behavior and know that you did the right thing, and you don't have to answer to anybody else. And that's, I don't want to explain. No, I did this. You don't need to explain yourself to anybody else as long as you're right? As long as you know you're doing the right thing in your business. So, and that's in your life and whatever. You don't have to explain yourself to others. Number 7, have fun. I like that she added that. This opportunity and this team is a joy. Have fun. We are here to inspire people and bring enjoyment, fulfillment. We're here to bring them and to show them what is possible. Another speaker the day before said, the biggest thing we do as coaches is we instill belief. When a challenger joins us, they do that because they see our results, they see our passion, but they're just a little standoffish. Is this really going to work? Well, they're looking to us for that belief. It's the same thing in our businesses. We get to diamond, we get to 1-star, we get to 2-star, and we have a brand new coach, and they go, well, I'm never going to be as successful as you. Well, sure, with that attitude, you won't. But I'm here to tell you what you can do to get there. I believe that you can do this. And why do I believe it? Because I've lived it, because I've gone through it. I don't just say that because I want to make money off of you. No, I want you to experience this for yourself. I want to celebrate the heck out of you and know and be right there when you achieve your goals. That's what I want. I believe in you because I've gone through it. So you've got to instill that belief in your challengers. Trust the process. Show up to your own goals. Show up to your challenge group. Do the daily steps, and you'll see and feel results. It's not going to happen overnight. Coaching and building a team doesn't happen overnight. It happens faster for some people. But that's one of our things, is to have fun, show up, and show people what is possible. Number 8. And she said, I don't always add 8. I kind of poll the audience, and I get the feel of the room. You're an 8. This group is an 8. And I was like, ooh, exciting. So, because she said this is what Beachbody is. And she's right. People make the difference. That's number 8. It is often about the people you surround yourself with that determines your success. Now, I did something I've never done at any of these leadership retreats last week. And they have a team building exercise. And it's one of the days they make you do goofy stuff. You might get dirty. You might get egg in your hair. You might get wet, whatever. You're doing it as a team. I'd never done it. In 3 years, I watched, I heard stories, I listened to people laughing about it, but I never participated for whatever reason. I have to tell you, that was the most fun part of the entire 5 days I was there. Why? Because I didn't know who these people were. I joined a team knowing 1 or 2 people on the team. Kind of like when you join a team, like Team Thrive, right? I knew 1 person, 2 people. I got to know these other women, their strengths, their humor, and it was so fun to build a human pyramid, to smash egg on someone's hair, to drag someone in a dinghy out into the ocean, tired, covered in sand, wet, and then to encourage someone I didn't even know, because that's what you do as a team. And so I was surrounded by 9 other women who now were friends. I mean, in that 2 hours, we bonded more than I had with other people in a year, because we got to spend that 2 hours together, because we got to challenge one another, because we got to celebrate one another, because we believed in one another. So that's what we do as a team. That's what you do as a team leader, is you instill belief, you encourage, you bond together, and you grow and you learn from one another. Iron sharpens iron. And I love that. I love that it doesn't matter your background, your age, your size, your weight, your eye color, your hair color. Doesn't matter. We've all been put here for a purpose. And so when we focus on the basic things, our why, our joy, when we find balance, when we figure out how to work this business so that it fits into our life, all those things, when they come together, when we take care of ourselves, when we are a product of the product, because at the end of the day, this is a business. Woo! This is Beachbody calling me. Hello? This is she. Hey, Alex, can I call you right back? I'm on a Zoom call with my coaches, but I saw corporate and I was like, oh. So, I do. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye. Compliance is always fun to get a call from. Okay, no, they're fine. So I was trying to wrap up, but now I've lost my train of thought. What I really just wanted to make sure you as new coaches understand is those basic things, they add up to a really strong business. They add up to a really fulfilling business and a really fulfilling opportunity. As long as you focus on what you can do, not what you can't do, because you can't decide for someone else. You can't control what someone else does. but you can take care of yourself and do these basic steps every day. So when you can honestly show up and say, okay, I've done this, when you've focused on your why, when you've had your personal development, when you've taken care of this space between your ears, your head, and you've gotten all the negativity out, and when you remember to focus on people and relationships, that's when you're really going to have fulfillment in this business, and you're going to pass that on to others, because they're going to see that joy that you're sharing isn't fake. It's really like an outpouring of your daily life and how you live it. And so that's what I just really wanted to make sure we as new coaches focus on, is those simple things. And I shared the steps with you because they were kind of cool. And I want to make sure, like I read them a couple of times. And I was like, okay, I can see how this could work with sports and managing a team, but also as a coach, managing a team and taking care of what I need to do personally. So I hope that helps you guys. I do want to give you guys just a couple of highlights. It is Thursday, so if you don't know, this is the start of our week. Beachbody Week runs Thursday to Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. on the East Coast. Now that's a little wacky, and Beachbody will even tell you that, because Beachbody is on the West Coast. But our business week ends. So if you're going for a goal and you're like, whoa, sprinting towards the finish line, you like my slow motion. Whoa. If you don't have it in by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, then wah, wah, you've missed it. So I like that things have a timestamp. And if you know you pressed order or send or whatever at 11:59 and something happens and it didn't happen the next day, we can fix it. Nothing is set in stone. And actually, something that was really good that John Addison said last week was he'd have people coming to him like, it's life or death. It's gonna be horrible. And he goes, hold up. Did anyone die? No. Did anyone go to the hospital? No. Then we have a situation. We don't have a life or death crisis. Like when you kind of teach people to kind of, let's take a moment. Let's talk about the problem. Maybe we can fix it, maybe we can't, but you're still breathing. You're still alive, your family's okay, we're good. And we're gonna hit hiccups in our businesses. It's gonna happen. Today was one for me. Hiccup. It's okay. Moving forward, learning from it, and it's all good. So my family is still alive, my parents are still downstairs, my dog is good. Let's just focus on the things that really matter. So anyway, just want you guys to know today's day one. So if you have a goal for this week, remember it's got to be hit by Wednesday. The Success Club, if you're trying to go for a rank, that's up to you, and we can talk about the benefits of both. So I just want you to know that your team is here for you, your upline is here for you. I hope this call helps some. And if you, maybe I'll do another one next week. I kind of like these. I kind of like being able to share the different parts of coaching and how to get started well, because I need to do more of it. But it's fun to be able to offer this to the entire team. So I'm going to say goodbye and see you on the page. And I hope to hear about your excitements and successes with the people you're reaching out to. And just love you guys. Bye.